In this video, we'll be looking at how you can incorporate the power of Expression Media and its ability to maintain and organize all of your critical files with the Project Center in Microsoft Entourage. We have a lot to cover in this video, so we'll move rather quickly. Go ahead and launch Entourage. Entourage is your email client and personal information manager. The Project Center makes Entourage your business and project manager as well, with its integrated email support, contacts database, calendars, events, and groups. Entourage manages your team, your communication, and your schedule, while Expression Media manages all of the files associated with the projects your team is committed to deliver. With the Project Center and Entourage, you can bring together all of the information related to a specific project and gain immediate access to the critical things you need when you need them. As a project manager, you can create an Entourage project with all of its associated contacts, calendars, and files, and then back up that project to disk or share it directly with your entire team over the network. While using Expression Media to manage your digital assets, connecting a catalog to an Entourage project is a natural choice for bringing the file management aspect of any production process into the fold of Entourage's big picture view. Let's start by creating a new project in Entourage. Click on the Project Center button in the toolbar and choose New Project from the New icon. Fill in the important information about your project here. The name of this project is Forestry Preservation. And to select the project due date, click on the calendar icon and use the arrows to select the month and click the day to select the final project due date. Pick a color to associate with this project by clicking on the color square and choosing a color, and then click the right arrow to continue. You can automatically create project watch folders, which will be located in your Documents folder under Office Projects by selecting the first radio button. If you want to manually set a project watch folder's name and location, click Manually and click the Change button and then specify which folder you'd like to make a project watch folder. We'll cover watch folders in more detail shortly. You can automatically import items into this project from any of your categories that exist in Entourage or from any other existing projects. You're going to want to set up rules that designate certain email messages as part of this project, and you can also create an alias or shortcut to your Project Watch folder in the Finder for easy access from your desktop. Any files saved, moved, or copied to the designated watch folder will automatically become associated with this project when added. Click the right arrow again and you'll have a summary of the new project. Review this summary and click the right arrow one last time and you have an Entourage project. Now, you'll want to begin filling in your team members, their contact information, and the project milestone dates. To add contacts to a project, click on the Contacts tab and then click the Add button. Select from among your contacts the people involved and click Add. To create a new contact, click here and add any new pertinent players. You can simultaneously add these new contacts directly to a project in a category here. To set up milestone dates, you can either select New Calendar Event from the New menu, or just press Command-N. Another way to quickly create dates is to double-click on the date in question, and a new event is created on that date and the information window automatically opens with that date filled in. Most important here is the subject, which essentially is the name of that milestone. Edit the date of the calendar event, and you can also add locations, dates, and times. Setting a range of dates will create an event that stretches across several days, for example, focus group week or final beta period. You can set reminder alerts and even build in time for travel if you or your team members are going off-site for the event. The other thing you may want to start creating are specific tasks. Choose New Task and enter your details, and then see how the task is added to the task list here at the bottom of the project window. To edit existing calendar events or tasks, simply double-click them, make your changes, and save. To manually associate files with a project, click the Files tab and add them by clicking the Add button and selecting the file. Add a group of files by using the standard Shift-click and Command-click selection methods. You can also drag and drop files from your desktop directly into the Files window in Entourage. Watch folders are a great way to stay on top of file management within Entourage. If you designate a folder as a watch folder, anytime a file is added to that folder by you or a colleague over the network, the files will automatically become associated with this project and shown in the files list. Click on Overview to see a summary of your project with the current week of the schedule, your task list, recent mail, and recent files that have been associated with the project. If you're ready to share a project, click the Share button. To share a project, you'll need access to a file server where shared project data will be stored. Use the access control or account settings on the file server to choose who has access to your shared projects. To protect your privacy, no project data will be shared unless you explicitly choose to share it. Click Continue and choose the project you wish to share, and then choose a location on a file server where you'd like to store your shared project data. You might want to store your projects on an Apple Share file server, an HTTP DAV server, or an iDisk. If the location you want to store your shared files isn't shown, you may need to connect to the file server yourself first. Open the Finder, click on the Go menu, and then click Connect to Server. Then come back to the Project Sharing Assistant and select your file server. Make the remaining choices about shared files and default sharing behaviors for new files added to the project. Once you've shared the project and chosen a file server, you'll want to go back into Entourage and then click the Share menu again and choose People to invite to the shared project. You can even create custom invitation emails. Going forward, if you'd like to share a file in your project, a task, or any other items, click the tab to display the item you'd like to share, select it in the list, and click the Share menu to choose Share File or Share Task or whatever the case may be. Now let's bring this all back around to Expression Media. To add an Expression Media catalog to this project, allowing you to access it, share it, and others to participate in managing the catalog, go to the Files tab and choose Add Item, or simply choose the catalog we created for the forestry project. Select ourforests.ivc and click OK. The Our Forests Expression Media catalog is now associated with this project. To add new catalog files to this project from Expression Media, simply save them to your Project Watch folder. Remember, you can only create new projects from within Entourage itself, but you can associate files with a project from within any of your other applications. Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint all have a project palette, and it's from here that you can interact with your Entourage project. Let's go to Word. In the palette, choose Projects, and you can view your Project Watch folders with these two buttons, one for Entourage and the other one for the Finder. And you can add or delete tasks directly in Entourage from here. You can click to create new events within the project, check off tasks as they're completed, access recent project emails, or even go directly to the Project Center in Entourage. Save your file from Word into your Project Watch folder. Choose File, Save As, and navigate to your Project Watch folder. The default location is Documents, Office Projects, and then the name of your project. Save the file here, and when you go back to Entourage and look in the Project Center, under Files, the file we just saved is now available to be shared to everyone in this project. Click on the file and choose Share, Share File, and the file will be moved from its current location across the network to your shared folder. Click on the Shared Files disclosure triangle to see the file is shared. And you can select the file and choose Share, Do Not Share File, and it will be moved back to your local files. To back up your Entourage projects, go to your Overview tab and click the Backup button at the bottom and export the items of your choosing associated with the project to disk for backup and archival purposes. You can export your contacts to a tab-delimited text file, or items from the project of your choosing, the items that are in a specific category, or all items. Then choose your item types and click the right arrow. You can make a choice on the second page of the export panel, which is for those times where you might want to archive the entire project when it's completed and simultaneously remove it from Entourage. Name your .rge file, which is an Entourage archive, and click Done. You may want to burn your archived projects to a CD-ROM or store them somewhere off of your computer in the event that something catastrophic happens to your machine, and you need to reinstall Entourage and reestablish your projects quickly to resume working on them. This is a good practice to get into. The same goes for backing up your Expression Media catalogs, which we'll cover in a later video. Build your team, create your project, associate files like your Expression Media catalog files and other project documents with the Entourage project, and share them over the network, allowing you to bring all of the talents of your team together to deliver your projects on time and with a new level of communication and support, which will ultimately benefit your clients and your business. In the next video in this series, we'll look at all the ways you can share information from Expression Media with others via the web, how to make PDFs, HTML galleries, and Expression Media Notepad documents.